Indian cinema is notoriously brutal to its leading men. An actor hits their peak, dominates the box office for a handful of years, and then the industry moves on to the next fresh face. Yet for 35 years, Salman Khan has defied that gravity. While his contemporaries transitioned to character roles or faded entirely, he remained anchored at the absolute center of the industry. In the early 2000s, that longevity seemed mathematically impossible. Tabloids were printing daily obituaries for his career, swarming his every move and predicting an immediate collapse. A string of commercial flops coincided with massive legal battles that threatened to put him behind bars. A fading box office draw and looming court dates are usually the end of the line. Instead of collapsing, he built a fortress. He transformed the vulnerabilities that would have ruined anyone else into an impenetrable ecosystem, establishing himself as the untouched Baijan of India. That fortress started at home. Entering the industry as the son of Salim Khan, half of Bollywood's most legendary screenwriting duo, carried crushing expectations. To survive the cutthroat politics of Mumbai's film studios, Salman insulated himself. He brought his brothers Arbaz and Sohail and sisters Alvira and Arpita directly into his professional orbit, merging his inner circle with his bloodline. This network diagram illustrates the contrast. On the left, a typical modern superstar is isolated, managed by corporate agencies. On the right, Salman is the center of an interconnected web, tightly bound to family members who manage his films, his wardrobe, and his business. Even his personal security reflects this tribal loyalty. His bodyguard, Shera, has stood by his side for nearly 30 years, functioning less like hired muscle and more like an extension of the family unit. This infrastructure provided a shield. It created a closed loop of trust that no hostile producer or negative review could penetrate. For years, that inner circle protected a very specific image. Through the 90s, he was Prem, the clean-cut, soft-spoken romantic lead. It was a role he played well, but romantic leads inevitably age out. By 2009, his romantic charm was losing its grip on the box office. Then came a film called Wanted. This was the pivot point. He replaced soft-spoken dialogue with lethal one-liners. He leaned into physical dominance and raw swagger. He stopped playing a character and started playing an exaggerated version of himself, the Bai persona. This timeline illustrates the commercial strategy behind the shift. Notice the revenue spikes. They land exactly on the Eid holiday year after year. He monopolized a major cultural festival to guarantee a built-in audience for every release. He engineered a repeatable commercial formula that bypassed urban critics, building a direct pipeline to the deepest, most rural corners of the country. A new cinematic persona, however, could not erase a controversial legal record. To survive off-screen, he expanded his footprint into every living room in the country. He became a national fitness icon. Long before shredded physiques were mandatory in Indian cinema, he popularized bodybuilding, inspiring millions to pick up a barbell. Then he conquered television. By hosting reality shows week after week, he broadcasted his unfiltered, casual personality directly to families, bypassing the framing of news anchors entirely. Simultaneously, he launched Being Human, a massive philanthropic organization, and developed a reputation for mentoring struggling actors and launching the careers of industry newcomers. For every tabloid headline detailing a scandal or court appearance, millions of fans pointed to his charities and mentees, seeing a generous protector instead. This constant stream of goodwill rewrote his public narrative. The nation started viewing him as a flawed patriarch, a man whose generosity eventually outweighed his reputation as a disgraced star. Today, the result of that engineered connection is undeniable. Walk past any theater on opening day, and you will see a chaotic, physical devotion that simply does not exist for other actors. This loyalty fractures demographic barriers. You'll find it in the expensive multiplexes of Mumbai and the massive, packed single-screen theaters in the rural heartland alike. His audience doesn't view him as a product to be consumed. Because of the way he integrated his family, his fitness, and his charity into his brand, his fans treat him like an elder brother. This created a rare dynamic. Every legal setback or harsh review only triggered his audience's protective instincts. The harder the outside world pushed, the harder his fans rallied to defend him. Superstardom is built on raw resilience. Salman Khan's legacy proves that an emotional connection can outlast any controversy. He remains the definitive constant in a changing industry.